I'm going to present the numbers to Rob, and I'm going to use an opening statement. I'm going to go through the numbers confidently and enthusiastically. I'm going to tell a story about the payment matrix, and then I'm going to ask Rob to buy a car. Rob is going to object to the payment. He's actually going to object a total of 4 times, or 5, I've forgotten which, but it'll be one or the other. But I'll break between each objection to explain what the next strategy will be. The first objection handling strategy I'll use is the payment explanation. This is designed to test the severity or the seriousness of the payment objection. Remember, if as a sales consultant you've done your job right, you've got them on a car they can afford. However, most people are still going to object to the payment because we've taught them it's profitable to object to the payment, because most salespeople will ask some stupid question like, well, gee, where did you want your payment to be? And then run back to the sales desk and start the back and forth gross cutting, commission cutting, customer infuriating process that most of the stores in the country use. We're not going to do that here today. Okay, here we go. All right, Rob, thanks for your patience. We have worked hard to put together a proposal that is both fair and reasonable. Now, we happen to know that you are the judge and jury when it comes to fair and reasonable. We know what happens if you don't like the numbers. You get up out of your seat, you go back to your old car, which you had hoped to sell us today, but you will go back to it. You'll jump in it, and you'll do one of 2 things. Most people go home. They're tired, they're frustrated, and they'll scream to anybody in earshot how difficult it is to buy a car. But the problem is, when you get up tomorrow morning, what you had hoped to sell today is still in your garage. Now, if you're highly energized or highly motivated, you may go to another store. If you do that, you'll go through their sales process, and 4 or 5 hours from now, you'll be in exactly the same spot you and I are right now. If that happens, we take full responsibility. That would be our fault, and we don't intend it on happening, okay? Now, the vehicle you picked out, the 2013 Honda Civic, right color, correct? Equipped just the way you said it had to be equipped. Okay, here's your opportunity. Rob, here's your opportunity. The MSRP is $19,755. Now, that's not what you own it for, because we're going to discount it today $2,614, which means you own it for $17,141. Your trade, we love it. We'd like to buy it for $9,000, which gives us a difference of $81.41. Now, doc fee $587, electronic filing fee $79. The Georgia TAVT tax is $572.45. License is $41, for a total of $9,420. That's the total amount due. Now, we've given you multiple payment plans to choose from. By the way, you get a $585 tax credit from the state of Georgia for trading your car to us today. That's $585 in cash that stays in your pocket. Now, we've given you 3 terms and 3 different down payment amounts. As the term goes down, lengthens, the payment goes down as well. Let me repeat that. As your term lengthens, the payment goes down. As the term shortens, the savings go up. Let me explain that to you. At 48 months, with $2,000 down, your payment's $182 to $191. Now, that payment will allow you to pay it off sooner, move into an equity position faster, and save the most amount of money because you're financing it for a shorter period of time. On the other hand, at 60 months, with 0 down, the payment is $192 to $201. Obviously, you keep the cash in your pocket. The payment is more comfortable and more flexible, but you can still pay it off early with no prepayment penalty. And right in the middle at 54 months is what our customers have named the best of both worlds. The payments aren't nearly as high as they would be at 48. They're a little bit higher than they would be at 60, but you save more money and pay it off quicker and certainly move into an equity position faster. So if you will circle and initial the payment that's best for you, then okay that right there, we'll get your new Honda Civic ready for delivery.
All right, Steve, I feel like the payments are a little bit too high for me.
Okay, Rob, you're not the first one to say that. As a matter of fact, about everybody that buys a car from us says the same thing, so that's not a problem. We understand. Other than the payment, though, everything else is fine. Nothing else would stop you from taking delivery, correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. Rob, the payment's the easiest thing in the world to explain. the payment is made up of several different factors, some that you control, some that you cannot control. The cost of the standard features. Those are the features found in every Honda Civic. Those are included in the payment. The cost of the options that you chose. The cost of the warranty. The cost of the freight to get the vehicle here. All of those, okay, are included in the payment. Now, what is also included is our dealer discount. What's also included is any cash you put down. In your case, your trade equity is huge, so that's subtracted. Then we got to add back in the state fees and the taxes, and that gives us the balance financed. Now, your credit history, any factory rate incentives, and the term are the next three factors, and by the way, you certainly can affect several of those. If you remember, short term, higher monthly, save more money. Long term, lower and more flexible payment. Midterm, best of both worlds. So that's how the payment's explained. So just go ahead and choose one of these, and we'll get your new Civic cleaned up, buffed, polished, and ready to go.
Steve, I'd really like to try to get my payment a little bit lower.
Okay.
If that's possible.